Hello and welcome to Caller Suite. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your IVR interactive voice response and call routing, all using Caller Suite. Once you log into your Caller Suite account, on the dashboard you'll see all your numbers and you decide which number you want to set up the call routing for. Click on Edit Call Routings and you are presented with this phone number and welcome message button. So what this means is, if the callers call this number, they listen to this message, a message you're about to upload. This is your welcome message. You could tell them, "Thank you for calling my business. Press 1 for support, press 2 for sales, press 3 for technical glitches, etc." Let's click on the welcome message. Here where it says play a message, you also have redirect to a number. So if you don't want to play a message, you just want the call to redirect to your personal phone number or a rep's phone number, you could just click on redirect to a phone number and type the person's phone number and then save it. But for this tutorial, we're going to be setting up call routing, so we need to play a message. We can make the message be in plain text. Text meaning, if we don't have audio, if we don't have a pre-recorded audio message we want to play, we could say, "Thanks for calling us. Press 1 to talk to support, press 2 to talk to sales," things like that. And then we just click on Save. But that's if you don't have an audio recording of your welcome message you want to play. But I do have an audio recording, so I will select audio instead of text, because with text, you'll get an artificial voice to read the text you've written. So let's try uploading an audio file with our IVR. Locate the audio file on your computer, select it, and that's it. It's 7 seconds. It just says, "Hello, thanks for calling Dutch Airlines," for example. Press 1 for domestic flights, press 2 for international flights, for example. So that's what's contained in an IVR. We could also upload an audio file for, let's say someone presses an invalid key. Maybe instead of pressing 1, 2, or 3, they press 7. You could type a message, "That's the wrong key. Press 1, 2, or 3. You could upload that, or you could leave it the way it is. It's up to you. You can upload an audio file, or you could type out the message you want to be read when someone presses an invalid key, or you could leave it blank. I'm leaving it blank for this example, so as to not make things more complex. So once you upload this file, just click on the side to exit. Now when you call this number, you'll hear the message we've just uploaded in an audio format. The next thing we need to do is we need to decide what happens when we click on 1, 2, and 3. So we're basically configuring the 3 numbers because, remember, we gave options in our audio file for pressing 1, 2, or 3. So in order to configure number 1, we click on 1, and we will route the call to our domestic call representative And to do that, we just click on Redirect to a number. Then enter the person's number. Make sure you add the plus sign and the country code because Caller Suite is international. Every country is included. So it's not going to be able to detect your country. You need to enter the country code and then followed by the person's phone number, the rep's phone number. Then you click on Save. This says invalid number because we just used a dummy number. Let's try an actual number. You also have the option to record the call. Maybe you want to monitor your rep's performance and things like that. Obviously, you need to disclose that in the initial IVR, the audio in it to state you're recording the call for quality assurance purposes. So we can record the call or leave it blank and then save it. We've saved that successfully. The next thing we need to do is, you see now when you call this number, the business number we bought from Caller Suite, it plays them this welcome message and tells them what to do next, which is press 1 for this, 2 for that, press 3 for that. So we know 1 is for domestic flights. So this directs them to our domestic flight attendant, and that's our domestic flight attendant's number. They won't be able to see this number, so you don't need to worry about that. We need to configure number 2 now. If they press number 2 instead of number 1, what's going to happen when they press 2? We could basically say to redirect to a number again, type out that number. Let's say this person is in the UK, for example. Then we click on Save. We get an invalid number again because it's an invalid number. Obviously, you need to put a valid number and save it, and that's it. And then the last part, which is for complaints, for example, we could redirect it to the person in charge of complaints. Or if the person in charge of complaints is out of the office, is not in the office for maybe a week, perhaps on holiday, we could play a message and say, "Sorry, I'm out of the office for a week. Call back in a week's time." Or you could use this for so many other things. If you get a ton of repetitive questions, you could add the questions to the IVR. Let's say you have a hotel, for example, and people usually call to ask if the biggest room, room 73 for example, is available. On the IVR, you could say, if you're calling to ask if room 73 is available, press 3. And if you press 3, you just say, it's unavailable, an automatic message. So you don't need to have your team spending all of their time answering repetitive questions. That's one thing you could use this for. You could use Caller Suite for so many different things. This is just the tip of the iceberg. If for any reason you don't like the IVR structure you've created, or you want to start again, you can just click on the welcome message and click on Delete. It'll ask if you're sure you want to clear all the data, as this cannot be undone. Click Yes, and you'd clear everything so you can start afresh. Maybe you don't want calls routing to that number anymore, and this number stays dormant. Thanks for watching.